Hello, my name is Skate for a Living. Today is December 4th, 2014, and this is my Final Fantasy III 80% speedrun tutorial. Before you can actually do your speedrun, you need to set up the RNG and Step Manipulation for this run. You can do this by either starting a new game or going into a save file on the world map. Since most people probably don't have a save file on the world map, we're going to do it from a new game. However, the steps we're doing either one are the same. If you want to watch a more in-depth tutorial on how the game mechanics and RNG works in this run, I'd recommend watching Degenerate's tutorial, which will be below this video. Once you get this first mandatory encounter here, you're going to try to run away as fast as possible. After this mandatory encounter, you're going to want to grind out another encounter. During this encounter, you're also going to try to run away as fast as possible. If any of your characters die in the process of setting up the RNG for your speedrun, it doesn't matter, just as long as you don't game over by the time you're finished. After this encounter, you're going to want to force one more encounter. Once again, you're going to want to try to run as fast as possible. Now after this encounter, you're going to want to take exactly 7 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At this point, you're going to want to soft reset your emulator. Today I am using Nestopia 1.40. At this point, you're ready to start your speedrun. By putting the battle speed to 8 and naming all your characters, the speedrun actually starts when you name this 4th character, now. It's important to note that through the rest of this whole run, any step I take is mandatory. Normally speaking, if you go through the entire run by taking the least amount of steps possible, you should be fine, but it's important that you can't misstep at all. With this mandatory encounter, we're going to once again run away as fast as possible. From there, you're going to want to grab this chest here on the right, which is a potion. You're going to want to examine this rock here, and you go to this 3rd tile here. It's imperative you stop on this 3rd tile. When you open the menu, you're going to want to use a potion. By grabbing this chest and moving on to the next room. In this room, you're going to want to walk all the way to the left here and grab this south wind, which will be used on this next fight coming up. So this is the land turtle fight. What you're going to want to do is use that south wind you just grabbed and use it on Land Turtle while having everyone else attack. Land Turtle has 120 HP. In a realistic situation, the ideal situation would be to have all of your characters attack in one round, and then the next round only have one character attack to finish off Land Turtle. However, you must grind out the runs in order to get such a run. As you can see, I got it in 2 attacks instead of 1, which is pretty good, considering that in the first round we missed. After mashing all this text at the end of the battle, you're going to want to walk up, examine this crystal, and mash through the text dialogue. After this, we'll ensue about a 1 minute and 30-second cutscene. After the cutscene, you'll have one box of dialogue to match, and then you're going to want to walk into the teleporter just as I've done. Now when you get onto the world map, you're going to need to take one step down and one step up to re-enter the cave. Here we're going to grab the money we're going to need to buy all the items we need to enter the town we're about to enter. Now this part might look like a mistake, but it's actually very vital to speedrun. On this last tile here before her, you're going to want to open the menu just once and close it, then enter her. From here you're going to want to enter the inn, talk to the shopkeeper in the top right hand corner. Here you're going to buy one of the first item, two of the second item, and two of the third item, leaving you with 2,110 gil. If you're doing this speedrun correctly, your gil value should be the same every single time, which is what I use to gauge if I've done it correctly during a speedrun. Once you've entered this room, you're going to want to come to this piano and make sure to play the right side of the piano by hitting A. After this, you'll have one box of dialogue to mash. If you mash A too much there, though, you'll talk to that NPC, and it ends up losing a lot of time. Do note that also your steps in do not matter. For example, if I were to walk around like this over and over again, it won't affect the speedrun, but that's only in the town of You're now going to come to the armor shop and buy 20 of the third item, leaving you with 1468. And then finally you're going to want to go to the armor shop. Or weapon shop, excuse me. From here you're going to buy one of the third item and 20 of the second item, leaving you with 406 gil. From here you're going to want to go into your menu. You're going to want to switch the second item, the potion, with the 20 daggers you just bought, and then move the potion to this slot here. From here, then you're going to want to go to the equipment menu and go to the second character, hit A twice, and then equip 2 shields as I've done here. From here, you're ready to go to the end. As you can see, NPCs can get in your way sometimes, which costs you time. Now, if you've done all your steps correctly, you'll get an encounter right where I just stepped. This is where the end begins. With your first character, you're going to want to use this item here. And with your second character, this is where the glitch comes in. You're going to want to keep alternating between equipping a shield and a dagger. Over and over again. Due to the nature of this game with things such as input lag and doubling of inputs, getting a hang of this menu can take some time. If you're first learning the speedrun, I would recommend doing it somewhat slow like I am. Eventually you can get really quick such as this. This is about as fast as it gets for me. Obviously not doing that. You're going to want to keep doing this until you get to a certain point. Do note that if you were to make a mistake such as attacking, for example, and you end up going to the third character, all you need to do is go back, and you can continue with where you left off. Now we're getting close to the end. You're going to want to be sure to be watching the numbers of the shields and swords that you have. When you get to the point right here, when you we'll have 6 shields and 7 swords, you're going to want to hit B once, twice, 3 times, and then on this menu hit up to select the last option and hit A. Once you've hit A on this option, the speedrun is over and you've finished the run. Do note that if you did some of these steps incorrectly, you can still get to this point, but there'll be one point coming up in a second where the game can still soft lock, as pointed out by a Final Fantasy III speedrunner named Gael. Note, if you see this screen, that means the game didn't soft lock and you've successfully completed the speedrun. Other than that, it takes a lot of grinding and practice to be able to get this run down to a very low time, such as the first three on the leaderboard for Final Fantasy III. Other than that, that about does it. My name's Skate, and thank you for watching this Final Fantasy III 80% speedrun tutorial.